So, what if the first hour of your day could completely change your life? I mean, really change it. That's the single, powerful idea at the heart of Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club. And today, we're going to dive into the story that has transformed mornings for millions.
Our whole explainer today is built right out of the story from this international bestseller. And you know what? It all starts with one really radical question. So the book opens with this pretty wild premise. It asks you, what if the key to unlocking your genius, your productivity, your happiness, isn't some super complex system, but just simply how you begin your day?
To really explore this, the book introduces us to two characters who are, well, they're at the absolute end of their rope. Each one is facing their own crisis of potential.
So on one side, you've got the entrepreneur. She's built this incredible tech empire, but now she's facing a hostile takeover and has pretty much lost all hope. Then there's the artist, a brilliant painter who just keeps sabotaging his own talent, stuck in this awful cycle of frustration. They really represent that feeling of being completely and utterly stuck. So their lives end up intersecting at a personal mastery conference. And it's here they encounter this legendary speaker who is about to completely shatter their perspective on what's even possible. Okay, so picture this, a massive auditorium. Thousands of people all gathered to hear from a man known simply as the Spellbinder. He's supposed to be this, grand master of inspiration.
And let me tell you, he does not hold back. His message is just this powerful rejection of mediocrity. He's basically telling the audience, hey, you weren't born to be average. You were born to become legendary.
Now, what's so cool about this is how he reframes our internal struggles. He doesn't just dismiss them. No, he personifies them. He turns them into enemies you have to fight, seducers, liars, and thieves, all trying to steal your potential.
And then he delivers this absolute bombshell of a line to really jolt the audience. It's this stark warning about the tragedy of an unlived life, of just, going through the motions.
Then, right at the height of his speech, the unthinkable happens. The Spellbinder just collapses. The entire hall is thrown into chaos, and this single event becomes the catalyst for everything that follows.
And right out of this chaos comes this bizarre, totally unexpected encounter that is about to change the course of our characters' lives forever.
As the auditorium is emptying out, this disheveled man with wild hair and tattered clothes comes up to the entrepreneur and the artist. He seems completely out of place. But then he starts talking, and he drops this piece of incredible wisdom that just completely contradicts his appearance. He actually credits the Spellbinder's teachings for his own massive fortune. The entrepreneur, she's still skeptical, but then she notices something that just doesn't add up. On the wrist of this homeless man is a watch, easily worth $100,000. A homeless man with a six-figure watch? It just makes no sense. The very next day, the mystery gets solved in the most dramatic way possible. A gleaming Rolls-Royce pulls up, and it becomes crystal clear. The man from the conference is Mr. Riley, an eccentric and incredibly wealthy billionaire.
So now that the mentor has been revealed, he begins to share the central philosophy that he claims is the source of all of his success.
Mr. Riley explains that his disguise was a form of what he calls voluntary discomfort. It's his practice of intentionally seeking hardship, like sleeping on the floor or fasting, to build the resilience and focus that you need for a world-class life.
And this, right here, brilliantly illustrates the core idea he's trying to teach. The path to mastery isn't about avoiding the darkness or the difficulty. It's about breaking through it. And this all leads to the big one, the 5 a.m. Club. He explains it's not just about waking up early. It's a whole method for structuring that first hour, the victory hour, into 3 20-minute pockets. One for intense exercise, one for deep reflection, and one for world-class learning. He says this is the foundation for absolutely exponential results.
The core mantra is so simple but so powerful. If you own your morning, you elevate your life. The way you begin your day really does set the trajectory for everything else that follows.
But Mr. Riley is also a realist. He gets that this kind of transformation isn't going to be easy. He shares this piece of wisdom to set expectations. The journey to greatness is a process, and it has these predictable stages of difficulty before you finally get to the reward.
So the story then concludes not with an ending, but really with a beginning, an incredible life-changing offer from the billionaire.
Yeah, Mr. Riley doesn't just tell them about the 5 a.m. club, he invites them to come experience it. He offers to fly them on his private jet to his home on the island of Mauritius to personally teach them his revolutionary morning routine. And that's where the story leaves us, with that same invitation sort of extended to you. It forces all of us to ask, if the first hour truly is the rudder of the day, what could you achieve by taking ownership of it? What would your life look like if you joined?